Hey everybody, it's Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I have another product review. We're going to be taking a look at this Hampback ACE-360 electronic drum kit, which is still in the box behind me. They sent me the kit for free, but I'm still going to tell you what I really think. Now on paper, this drum kit looks like a lot of bang for your buck. It comes with 5 drums, kick, snare, 3 toms, 3 different cymbals. You have 2 crashes and a ride. You also have a 2-piece electronic hi-hat that sits on a real hi-hat stand, which is pretty cool for a drum kit in this price range. The snare drum and tom 3 are both 10 inches across. The other toms are 8 inches across, and I believe all of the cymbals are 12 inches across. There's a link down below if you want to pick one up for yourself, but you might want to watch this full video before you do so. If you're interested in other electronic drum products, I also have an Amazon store down below where I have pre-configured packages put together that you can buy if you're learning the drums, as well as my reverb shop where you could buy some used gear that I might have had on this channel. Also, be sure to follow me on TikTok. I'm just at Demonic Sweaters there as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I need to unbox this thing and I'm pretty excited to check it out. So here we go. All right, I just opened up the box here and it gives you a list of contents, which is nice. So we have cymbal pad, sound module, accessories, drum pad, cymbal pad, hi-hat stand, cymbal mount, kick drum pedal, drum rack, kick drum foam. All right, I got everything unboxed and the components look pretty nice. A couple of things I noticed here. The bass drum pad appears to be really good quality. Like this is kind of like a mesh pad here. It feels good. I haven't played it yet, but it feels good. But you might have noticed it's actually quite small. So there's no way that you're gonna be able to fit a double bass drum pedal on this. This is definitely single kick only, even though it does look like it's high quality. So if you're a single kick player, that shouldn't be an issue. Of course, you can always upgrade your kick drum tower. But you know, it looks like a nice pad, but it's just small. The drum pads, as I thought, are 2 8-inch and 2 10-inch. So we have 10-inch snare, 10-inch tom 3, and then 2 8-inch high toms. The hi-hats appear to be pretty nice. This actually looks like a really decent design. Though, you know, I won't know until I play it, but, you know, build quality seems really good. The cymbal mounts are actually these metal bars, which, again, look very high quality. You can't adjust the tilt on them. They're just kind of angled for you already. But you can adjust the height and the position, you know, how they're twisted. The cymbals, 12-inch, seem high quality. They look good. Hi-hat stand. Kind of ridiculously heavy duty for this drum kit, but you know, why complain about that? Oh, another thing, the module. So I've seen this module before. A couple of years ago, I did a review for the Donner DED 500, and visually this appears to be the same exact module, at least the external, you know, shell. Maybe inside it's got different sounds and stuff. Kick drum pedal also looks very similar to the one that came with the Donner DED 500, except for that one had a base plate on it. But this part looked exactly the same, and the beater is exactly the same. But yeah, so it's definitely, there are parts that are very similar. Now I just need to put it all together. All right, so some first impressions here. You might have noticed some of the stuff I was noticing in the playing demo. Number one, I do not like this kick drum pad really at all. It is much too light and it moves around quite a bit when I'm playing. See, it shakes and it does not really, even though I'm on a rug here, it still seems to slide a lot. It doesn't even seem to sit perfectly flat, which is, you know, the spikes I don't really have down very much, just a little bit, because I don't want them to scrape into the floor. But even without that, the bass there, I don't know if you can tell, but it just doesn't really make a flat, doesn't sit on the ground perfectly flat. So that, oh, and this beater just, something just happened there. There's weird, but yeah, it's the tower is not great. It triggers okay. There is some double triggering sometimes, but I'm sure I could probably dial that out of there with the module. But you know, the drums themselves and the cymbals trigger pretty good. The hi-hat is decent. And that being said, the entire kit actually looks really nice. It's a very sharp looking drum set. I don't know if you can tell, but these pads are actually blue on the bottom. They're kind of blue and black, and then they have like a silver rim with a gray trim, which makes them look pretty nice. And the module is gray. And this is the same module that came with the old DED 500, as far as I can tell, even though I think the demo songs are different. And like some of those demo songs sound like an absolute nightmare. Like, I've noticed this on some other inexpensive drum modules where they have MIDI demo songs inside. Avatar had one where there was similar, where like everything's like out of tune and it just sounds really, really weird. I don't think many people would be using those anyways. It does have Bluetooth, and it also has a USB output. Now, I'm hoping the USB output will give a good, you know, tracking in like software, because then this kit would totally be worth it. I'm sure I could get this, you know, if you had a kick block or something, that would handle the problem of this kick drum sliding, or you could just use a different one altogether. But the rest of the drum set is pretty nice. The rack is very solid. It's great, actually. The rack is really good. It's similar to the old DED 500 as well, but I don't know if you can tell, but these toms mount actually kind of interestingly. They have two separate support bars for each tom. And there's also like a bar that connects the two main rack pieces down there. And all the cymbal mounts are all metal, but these are actually very solid. And the cymbals themselves are solid, though they don't really have any give when you hit them. They're very stiff, but that's just pretty much how they are. But it doesn't really bother you that much when you're playing, or it didn't bother me. The hi-hats feel good. There's no splash on the hi-hat though, and that is unfortunate. You're gonna have a hi-hat on a stand and not give us a splash function. That's not good. But I think that's due to the module. And I don't know if it would work once I hook it up to like EZDrummer or something, possibly. But I don't know. The rack is great because you don't have to slide the pieces on and off. This was just like this on the old Donner DED 500 as well. These actually open up so you can take apart the rack without having to slide all of those pieces off the end of the tubes. Like they basically just come off, which is really nice. It makes it easy to set up. The whole thing was actually quite easy to set up, easier than average. And the rack is very solid. So I will give the hardware on this drum set a 7 out of 10. It would have been even higher if it had a better bass drum tower. And the module, maybe I give like a 5 out of 10 or something like that. Like well, we'll see how the MIDI does. Now the MIDI worked really good on the Donner one, the Donner version of the same module. So I don't know, it should be the same, but we'll see. right, so as a MIDI controller, it works pretty well. I did find a couple of issues. Number one is the hi-hat seems to mistrigger sometimes or give false triggers, especially when releasing the pedal. I think because when it kind of slams up like that, it kind of triggers the closed hi-hat sound. Now I could maybe dial that out with some threshold settings or something, but it wasn't that big of a deal. A pretty big deal, though, actually was when I hit rim shot, I seemed to be unable to get a flam from the rim shot. Now I can get flams if I hit the center, like the head only, but for the rim, no flam. I don't know if that's because it just can't register them that quickly or what's going on, but I noticed that both with the internal sounds on the module and within EZDrummer. So if you're going to hit a flam, just don't do it on the rim. The biggest issue that I found was when I choke the cymbals while playing in EZDrummer, they do not unchoke. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Seems to be, I don't know, something weird. I couldn't find any setting to seem to fix it. I looked both in the module as well as within EZDrummer, and there was nothing in there that allowed me to dial that out. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing, but I've never really experienced that on any other drum set. I've experienced before they just don't send the choke, like the Donner D200, but this one sends the choke, but it does not seem to send the release when you release the choke. So, I mean, it's not a deal breaker. You can kind of work around this. I talked about that in my D200 video about it, where you can map a choke sound to your bow, and don't actually choke the cymbal, just hit it on the bow when you want to choke it, and then hit the edge when you want to crash. But it's a shame that it doesn't work out of the box. I still am not crazy about the kick drum tower. The rest of the drums are nice. I think the drum set itself, the hardware, I think, is good. I think most of the problems here might lie within the module, maybe, except for the bass drum. But yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's not that expensive. So you get some big drums and a really solid rack. You could use this. I mean, for sure, you could record with this and get good results. It triggers well. Like, I can get good sounding rolls out of all the drums. The hi-hat is decent. It's not like the best I've ever played, but it's pretty decent. The cymbals work good. The module is acceptable. It's not the best. And I don't know if this one's just, I don't know. I don't remember the one from the Donner being this. It's not that it's bad, but I just remember that one being a little better, even though it looks exactly the same. All right, so that's the Hampback ACE-360. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent drum kit for the money, though there probably are some other ones you might want to consider in this price range, but they might not give you all the features that this one gives you. It does give you the two-piece hi-hat on a stand, as well as all dual zone cymbals and some pretty big drums. My biggest complaint about it is the kick drum tower and the module functionality. Its strengths are definitely the hardware. It's built very well. It's very solid. It's probably not going to fall apart on you. The pads trigger pretty well. It's a pretty good set. But at that price, there's other options out there, but they don't give you quite as much bang for your buck as this one. However, they might function a little bit better. So it's kind of one of those things where, depends on what you want to do with it. If you're primarily recording MIDI, this is probably a good idea. But if you want to get some, sounds out of the module and perform live, this might not be the best set for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to click like and the bell icon, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.